do or die time. Win or lose, win or go home, and time to dive in and see if I feel like a lot of stuff has changed. I feel like it's been a year since we played them last. Yeah. In Brazil, my God. But yeah, reset and get ready for this postseason.
Is that tape going to be helpful?
Yeah, for sure. Just to see, what we did, what worked, what didn't work, and how much they've changed since then.
How much have you changed? Obviously, you guys after the bye week became sort of a different team. How much different are you guys than when they saw you? As an offense?
Way different. It's always tough that first game. You don't know what they're going to come out in. And, I feel like midway through the year we started to find a good run identity, and, we changed a little bit in that aspect.
The excitement right now, the regular season is now finally over. How excited are you for this moment to start preparing for what you guys really had set as your top goal?
Yeah, first of all, it's a great accomplishment to win 14 games in the regular season, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Make it to the postseason, and now this is what matters. So, super excited. I feel like this is, where our season needs to start.
Watching the depth out there today, what does the depth about this team say about it as you go into the postseason now?
And you see Tanner McKee just throwing dimes all over the field. He's fun to watch. We get to see him dice up our scout team, and it's just fun watching him go out there and make plays. And we got a lot of depth. That O-line stepped in and played a good game, and it's cool. The defense, there's a lot of guys that weren't playing today, and they balled out. They played really good.
Do you have a sense of how much the rest is going to help you not playing today?
It definitely helps. I feel like I've probably been averaging 70, 80 snaps a game, so it's nice going through a weekend without getting 70 snaps.
Grant was talking about a certain energy that Tanner brings, and it brings the best out of you guys. What was it like sort of getting to prepare with him over the course of the week and going to work with him? What was that?
Yeah, he has like this enthusiastic energy about him. It really kind of brings up everybody around him. It's fun to be around him, especially when he's in the huddle. He's confident, he's loud, and he's fun to watch, and he makes a lot of plays happen.
What do you remember about the defensive front for Green Bay? I know it's a ways back now, but what do you remember about that matchup?
Yeah, I feel like they did. That 4-3 front. They got some good D linemen, good linebackers. I'm excited about the challenge.
So you guys know the first opponent now. You guys will be playing the Packers. What are your thoughts about that, and what are you expecting next week?
It's been a hard game. It's the playoffs at the end of the day. We know what they're about. We see them already. They're a good team when we played them the first time. We had to make sure that we on our P's and Q's because the game was close too. And but at the end of the day, it's a playoff mindset. It's a new season going into next week, and we just have to treat it as such.
When so much time has passed between matchups, is there anything you can take from that tape way back in September?
Yeah, of course. You can take it away from taping, and it depends on who the coordinator is from like 1970 if they still coaching. But it's a lot of things that we know they have a tendency to do. It's a lot of things that we know they are particularly fond of, which receiver they want to go to, and that comes with the experience that we played in the first time. So we're grateful for that. But at the end of the day, we know that they're going to have some tendency breakers, and they're going to try to do some things to throw us off. And we just have to make sure that we play smart, and then also look at the film that they had after the game, because that was the first game. Everybody's different. It's a different team that we're seeing, and so we just want to make sure that we get that squared away. But we're definitely confident that we're going in there, we're going to play a physical game, and at the end of the day, scheme's going to take care of the scheme, physicality going to take care of physicality, and we're just going to see where the chips lie.
Obviously not every defensive lineman could rest today. How do you view having to play?
Yeah, it's another game I get to play. I love this game, man. Playing football since I was a kid, so any game that I get to play, I'm very fortunate, very excited. Treat every game the same. Whether we're playing the Giants or we're playing in the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. It's still a game of football that we got to play, and I take pride in it, I take fun in it, and I just want to make sure that all the guys was taking pride and having fun with it, and I'm sure they did too. So it don't matter to me. It's a game. So
you were around the ball a lot early on. Were you playing maybe in a role different because no JC?
I'm like the only true nose, so yeah. I knew anytime that we would go 3 down, I knew I had to be in there. But I was ready for whatever they help me or help the team win. That's what I'm playing for. It doesn't matter what position they throw me in. They can put me in 3 technique. They can put me in shade or inside. It doesn't matter. I just want to do something to have the best chance to win. Because we ain't come here to lose. We ain't come here to lose against the Giants. Like, nah, it's not an option. We came here to win. So whatever I can do to get the momentum going, or just be the anchor in the middle, I'm gonna do it.
How do you feel at this point, this now versus like last season?
Feels
in terms
great.
Of, like their conditioning.
Feels great, man. Fortunately, we rotate on defense, and it's just about just staying in shape because we want to go a lot further than here, obviously. But it's going to take what it takes. There's the further and further you get into the playoffs, the more important those games get, and we just want to make sure that we want to get to the goals that we want to get to. We've been speaking about this all year. Whatever we can do to be in the best position, best condition, doesn't matter. We need to be out of our best going into this playoff race.
Because a lot was made of the younger guys last year petering off down the stretch. Do you feel noticeably different? Because they did a lot to get you guys to this point.
Definitely, and that comes with just me being a pro in this third year, just understanding what I need to do, how I need to keep myself in shape. And I've been doing that, and gonna keep doing that. We're gonna stick to the model, and we're gonna play. Shoot, whatever it takes.
Jordan, when you think back to week one, what stands out most about that game?
Very explosive offense. They have a very explosive offense when they really get clicking. They have awesome wide receivers, hell of a running back, and that's just the formula to a great team. And we have to make sure that we get our physicality, and we make sure that we put our heads on display. And I feel like we go into the game, we take care of business, we do what we're supposed to, and we stay true to who we are. We have a pretty good chance.
A lot different for both teams here in terms of what you've evolved into.
Yeah, everyone makes their adjustments throughout the season, tries to figure out who they are as a team, as a defense, as an offense. You throw in wrinkles here and there, and you see what sticks. And we've changed, and I know they have too.
How do you think you guys have changed most?
Maybe not the scheme wise, but I think personally we just feel more confident in our communication.
When you think about how much has changed with both teams, how valuable do you think that tape is from week one?
I don't know. I haven't been in this position in a while, so I'm excited to take a look at it and see.
How nice was it to take a little bit of a breather today, though?
Really nice, really nice, and give the opportunity to other guys on the team, kind of the unsung heroes of the team, the guys that are playing special teams. I know how much that means to them, and I thought the defense and linebackers played well.
Are you enjoying that position that you have on this team, that you get to sit out that left game?
Yeah, something I'm really not used to. Like if I was back in New Orleans 2 years ago, I'd be playing in a game like this, but obviously blessed to be in the position I am and be able to get this rest.
What'd you find yourself doing on the sidelines for three and a half hours?
Cheering for my teammates, I'm locked in. I prepared all week like I was going to play, and then just didn't play the game on Sunday, so I was locked in during the game as well.
In fact, that Packers game was kind of your coming out party. You really had a big game that opening night. Was that a special game for you in this season, and do you feel like you built really off that game?
Yeah, it was a good baseline for sure, and set the standard for my game the rest of the season.
Next week for a home.
Pretty rowdy. I'd imagine pretty rowdy. Yeah, excited about it.
What gives you that idea?
just being here like the last few years, just seeing how great our fans are and how passionate they are. I know that they're gonna show out.
When you think back to that week one game, are there many things you can take from it this far down the line?
Yeah, there definitely is. But as I said earlier, they've evolved as a team, and we have as well. So it'll be important to not only look at that game, but look at their games, more recently, and see kind of what kind of team they are now.
How about McKee, for him to get this opportunity? What did you see, and what did that mean for the guys?
Yeah, he played so good. We really rally around Tanner, and Kenny and Jalen. We really do. Those guys are all really good players, and Tanner's got a really good energy about him, and brings the best out of us, and we're always fired up, when he gets the opportunity to play.
How different is it, visually and feel with three different guys like that, three different arms?
Yeah, very different. They all have little differences, but really, we try to keep it at business as usual. Running the plays that we run, and that's what we did today. We capitalized on the opportunities. We played a clean game for the most part, and Tanner did a good job of just commanding the offense.
14th win in the season to close it out. What's that mean for this team, especially when you rest your starters and see you guys come in and step up and do the job and close out strong?
It means a lot, especially since, most of the starters didn't play. It's just cool to see how locked in everybody else is. It's a next man up mentality here, and I think as we've seen throughout the year, when a starter goes down, there's a guy who comes in and does a good job. And, because we have a standard and we've done a good job of playing up to that standard. And, it's exciting to see for a lot of guys get an opportunity.
What you guys can do in the postseason?
I mean, we have the guys. Our roster is extremely talented, top to bottom. Guys that you might not see on the day-to-day making plays, but it's a next man up mentality on this team. When one guy goes down, we hold ourselves to a standard, and we got to uphold that standard no matter who's in there.
You guys slung it in the first half more than you have all year. What was that?
It's a game plan. That's what they were giving us, and we trusting Tanner, trusting the guys on the outside to make plays, and the O-line was holding up for us, and it was great. It was great overall. Kellen calling great calls, keeping them off balance, and we were able to make plays.
John, how have you managed to be patient this year without seeing a ton of targets?
Yeah, that's a great question. Just really being relying on the people around me. I know the type of player I am. I know I can make plays. Whenever my opportunity is called upon, I know I'm ready for it. I'm able to make plays. So, just staying patient has been a thing that, I've learned coming up through time. College, I had to stay patient and wait my turn. This year I'm doing the same thing. So it's not nothing new to me. You got to stay true to yourself and keep working on your craft. That's what I do every single day. I got a lot of great guys around me to help me keep getting better. It's easy for me. Whenever my opportunity is called upon, I go get it.
Jahan, you had just been an Eagle for a couple weeks when you guys played the Packers week 1. Playing the Packers again next week for a playoff game. Just how far have you come in that season, essentially, when you guys played them the first time? What do you remember from that game?
Yeah, I didn't know we were playing the Packers, but it was very early in the season for me. Very early, I think I was like 5 days into the playbook. So it was kind of new to me, but I've settled in now, and I'm excited for the opportunity. It's my first time in the playoffs, so I can't wait. The Packers are a great team, and we have a great team here, so it's gonna be a good showdown.
With that game so long ago, how much can you actually gain from watching the tape this week from that first week?
Yeah, a lot has changed from week 1 to first week of the playoffs, but we're gonna do our research, we're gonna do our homework, and really study those guys and hone in on our stuff.
What was it better to get them here than at a neutral site?
Yeah, for sure. Having our crowd is a extreme advantage to us. So it's going to be cool to play in front of those guys.
What was Nick's message to you guys after this, with obviously the playoffs up next?
Yeah, first he talked about the standard of our team. There was no drop-off today, making things happen. And then, we got to start a new season. So we got to get after it tomorrow, get to work, and hit the ground running.
Now that a single focus in postseason, how excited are you guys to finally get to the postseason and now establish your next goal?
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for us, especially after last year, left a sour taste in a lot of guys' mouths. So being able to come back and fight at home against a good opponent is going to be fun.
How much have AJ and Devontae helped you through this whole season?
Yeah, for me, it's just watching those guys on a day-to-day basis. They're 2 of the best in the league, so being able to watch them, how they prepare, how they go about game day, how they go about practice every day. It's been a really cool opportunity for me, and I've taken it all in.
When you talk about the patience that you've had to show, how do you stay engaged on a play-to-play basis when you're not seeing the ball?
You never know when that time's going to come, and that's in life in general. You never know when an opportunity is going to come about. If you're going to be ready for it, you got to be ready for it. You don't know when it can hit. So for me, it's just staying ready whenever my opportunities come and making the most of it and taking advantage.
It actually just ended up being a little contusion, so nothing to worry about. So all good.
Good to go next week.
Yeah, good to go. Ready to get after it. First playoff game, so first regular season done. Man, it felt a lot longer than the college season for sure, but I'm ready to go. Ready to make this haul, and the main goal has always been the main goal, and that's to go win a Super Bowl, and I'm excited to do it.
How excited were you coming into this game knowing you have a bigger role?
Yeah, I was pumped. Like I said, opportunities come like this, not so often. It's been my goal forever to not only play in the NFL, but to play running back in to be one of the best to do it. And I feel like this is the first step, so put a lot of stuff on tape, got to go check it out with Coach Singleton and the guys and just see how I can get better. And that's always going to be the goal, is just continue to get better. So yeah, it was a great opportunity and just had a lot of fun being out there.
What's Tanner like when he's in the huddle and running the offense?
He's a leader. He knows how to control not only a huddle, but knows how to control a game. So when you're out there with him, you just feel really comfortable. Like, he knows what's going on, and you just got to listen to him and know, your role, your part. So yeah, he does a great job leading the offense, and it was really fun being out there with him today.
You mentioned today was a big step for you, but I'd imagine all week was probably helpful too, getting reps, just knowing you're going to play. Just how much do you think that whole week and then today did help you?
Yeah, it was a huge step forward for me, to do something in practice, but then to finally be able to transfer it to the game, have some film to go watch and really make those adjustments. I feel like it's an advantage to me in taking that next step. So I had a lot of fun doing it and just look forward to more and more opportunities and just very thankful.
Nick always talks about how each win is a full team win, but today a lot of guys who didn't play all year did get a chance to play, and you guys did win. So how much pride do you take in as a backup player going in and winning?
Yeah, it was a huge deal for us. We put in a lot of work and a lot of preparation, and those starters may have been sitting out today, but they helped us a ton. I know for me, Saquon and preparing me, getting me ready for this week. But for the guys who did suit up and go out there today, we took a lot of pride in making sure that we came away with the W and we were able to get the job done. So,
looking back on the regular season, Will, what did you learn about yourself?
Just that. That's a great question, Drew. But I would say things don't always go the way you want them to go. But you have to look at things in a perspective of how can you get better from whatever adversity hits you. So in my turn, there wasn't much adversity. It's getting to sit behind Saquon Barkley and Kenny Gainwell and learning from two of the best. But my whole life, even at Clemson, I was kind of thrusted into a starting position, and all before that as well. So it's been different for me, and I would say adversity, but it's been a learning opportunity. So just to take that perspective on it and not be frustrated with it, not look at it in a negative way, has really helped me. And like I said, it is good for opportunities like today to be able to take that step forward, grow as a running back, as a player, and just go out there and remember why I play football.
Last couple of weeks to finally get back out there.
It feels good. Definitely getting back into a rhythm after being on IR for so long.
You've been playing with the wrap or the cast on. How's that kind of limiting you, or is it at all?
No, it's not limiting me anymore. Just because it's doing what it's supposed to do, is keep my wrist in place, and it just feels good.
I'm sure the season probably hasn't gone the way you want, but to have the opportunity now to be a part of the playoff rotation, are you pretty excited about that?
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited to take full advantage of this opportunity and do everything I can to help us win.
Do you feel like you've completely knocked the rust off since the layoff?
Yeah, for sure. Just being out, playing with the messed up wrist for a little bit, and then doing the surgery and waiting all that time for it to heal, it kind of definitely put a little rust on there, but I feel like I was definitely able to knock off the rust in the past 2 weeks.
When you talk about rust, exactly what is it that is rusting?
I mean, just getting into the rhythm of using my hand again, getting into the routine of everyday meetings and all that stuff. So.
How important was today to get that out? Because last week you had the early snaps, then you got a little bit banged up, and was able to come back in. So to get that consistent time today.
Yeah, it felt great. Just being able to get into a little rhythm and just being on the field with my guys it was just a cool experience.
It's obviously a different role for you, but how comfortable do you feel going into those snaps?
So how
comfortable do you feel in your role going?
I feel good. Yeah. Yes, sir. I feel good.
Looks like the Packers will be coming here. What can you take from the last time you played them, it was 3 months ago, that you can put to use in this game coming up?
I mean, really just being on our P's and Q's, especially with it being playoffs. They're going to come out with probably some new stuff we haven't seen before. So really just being on our P's and Q's and just executing the game plan.
How different of a team are you guys as a defense? We're still kind of trying to find yourselves in week one. So how different are you guys now as a defense than you were then?
feel like we definitely gotten better over the course of the year. You know, it's like a well-oiled machine. Guys are balling at every position group, so I feel like we've gotten a lot better.
Where does it feel like to be in the playoffs? You've never been in the playoffs before.
I mean, it feels great, just knowing that we got the opportunity to do something special, so I'm looking forward to it.
Do you see a sense of more sense of an urgency in December once when you're in the mix like you are?
I mean, I try to attack every week the same way, same process, and just put my best foot forward every game day.
How important is it to not take for granted this opportunity to be in the playoffs? Because players like you have been in the league and haven't been able to touch this.
I mean, being on a losing team the last 4 years is not a good feeling. So I feel like the fact that I'm on this team with all these great players and great coaches, I feel like there's no way I can take it for granted. So like I said, I'm gonna do whatever I can to help us win.
How does it feel being in the playoffs for the first time?
It feels good. I've been dreaming about this type of opportunity for a long time, so it feels great.
What would it mean to you to be able to contribute in the playoffs?
Giving everything I can, whenever my number is called, whatever my coach need me to do, just doing it to the best of my ability.
How big a factor was it to come to a winning team or a team that is consistently winning when you were in free agency?
It was a big factor, and just being here and seeing the process of everybody and what they do to prepare themselves in game day was pretty cool. So I'm glad to be part of a winning culture, and like I said, I'm gonna just do everything I can to contribute.